Welcome back to our part 5 of campus management system. Our last part 4, we work on the edit functionality and the delete functionality of the add admin. So in this part, we will work on the class functionality, how to add a class, insert, update and delete class. So before wasting time, let's get started. Let's get into the code. So here I will create a class inside the view folder. I will create a class file here. So let's create that. Let's create a new class file. Create one class file here. So here I will just do like this. Let's create new like. Now I will save it. Save as. Save as. Then inside our view, let's go to our project, drive C. Let's check for our root folder, WAM. Inside WAM, let's go to this folder, double folder. After double folder, you see our campus management system folder here. Enter there. After you see our view inside our campus management system view folder, inside the view folder, I will name this like add class add underscore class.php. Okay, let's save it. Then we have our add class.php here. So now inside the add admin, let's open add admin here. Let's copy all this add admin code. Let's press the Ctrl plus A, copy all, Ctrl plus C to copy. Then let's go to the add class.php. Inside this add class, let's paste all Ctrl plus V. So now in this code here, we need to do some changes, right? So we need to change some things here. One like where is it? Let's change the table first. In the table here, I will say select all from class table, not admin table. Okay, so class table, and then here let's remove this first name. Let's make it the class code like this, and this one will be the class name. Okay, this one will be the class name. So this one are not required. We remove all these things. Remove. So let's after then let's copy this. Copy. Come down here. We paste it here in the footer as well. Paste like this. Okay. So here let's change these names here, because we have class code as class underscore code, and here is class underscore name, right? And we don't need this one as well. We don't need all this. Remove and do this. Then let's open our database here. Localhost php myadmin. So you can say localhost / php myadmin like this. Hit enter. So it's coming. So let's get into our code and wait for this thing to load. Then here we need to do some changes again. Here is admin table, and we need to make it class table. Okay, and here is admin. Let's make it class. Let's change some changes. Here's add admin, so we will say add class, and add admin, add class, add class. Let's change wherever we see admin here, let's change it to class. So like this. Okay, so then we are done with that one. So let's check our page my admin whether it's open or not. Okay, now it's open. Now let's log in. Okay, I'm using roots. I'm using the default username. So okay, it's coming. Okay, let's just give it time. It's gonna load because my laptop is kind of having problem. But I don't want to stop this project. I want to complete the project because many people are waiting for this project to be complete, and I need to do it as soon as I can. So now we are in our PHP myadmin. Here is our database name, campus_system. Let's open this database, and we have the table inside here. Okay, here are the tables, and we need to open this table, this class table. Open the class table like this. It's coming. Okay, like this. So you see our class table is empty, and we have two columns, the class code and the class name. So now that's why I put here two columns, only class code and class name. So in this edit model here, and this model as well. So let's go to our code in here. Let's check our class, add class here, whether it will confirm or not. Add underscore class dot php. Hit enter. Okay. What's done? Okay, let's save. Okay, now let's try to refresh because we don't save our code before. Now let's refresh. Okay, now you see we have our class table here. We have our edit button actions here, but no records are inside, so that's why we don't see our edit button and delete button here. So now let's try to work on that. Let's go to the class insertion model here. This model, let's try to insert class here, but we need to change some of this. We need to remove all these things are not required. We need only two fields here, the class code and the class ID and the class name. So let's go to the code. Inside the code here, where is it? Here, and we see the insertion model here. And now let's make this one class action. This class action will have all our MySQL codes. Okay, so then this model is this. Okay, let's make this thing to class underscore code like this, and enter class code, placeholder class code, and here, so let's take this and copy, paste it here, paste, and now let's copy paste this thing will be class name. All right, this will be name, class name. So we need to copy this and paste it here, right, and change the name to class name, class underscore name, like this. And now these fields are not required, class email and all the stuff. We will remove all these things here. Let's remove them, delete, and now let's save this, Ctrl+S, to save, and go back to the page and try to reload the page. Then after reloading the page, let's try to click add class and see. You see we have two fields here, add class code and enter class name. So now let's go back to the code, and here are the code, but the code for the MySQL insertion. I will copy all this. I will cut this thing from here, then cut this thing, and now let's create this page here. Okay, this class action, right? Let's create new one and save as. Then inside the view, let's make it class underscore action dot php like this. Save, and here let's paste the code that we got from the class add class here. So here is it. And now let's go back to the add class. This form name is this submit, but I will click here underscore to make it the name will be this. Okay, the name will be this, the class submit, class underscore submit. So let's copy this name, copy, and go back to the class action, and this if is set on this post action. So let's paste this thing here, class underscore name, the name that we take from the form button. Then we will paste it here. If this form button is clicked, then let's insert this thing into our table. So now here is our table name. Our table name is class underscore table, and we have only two fields in the table. So let's remove this and make it class underscore code, and here is the class underscore name, and let's remove all these things that we are not required. Let's remove them like this, and now let's change this thing to class underscore name, and here is class underscore code. So we have our stuff here, and if the query is equal to this SQL query, then let's insert into our class. Okay, else let's not insert into our class. So here we will say class data inserted successfully, class data inserted successfully, and this one we will say class data not inserted successfully, class data not inserted successfully, like this. So but here let's add one header redirection, like header, we make it like this. Inside here let's open two curly brackets, two like this semicolons, and inside here we say location this, and we give the part that where we want us to take us after insertion. So we need to put it add classes, right? Add underscore class dot php. After insertion, the page will take us back to this place. Okay, then let's copy this, and if it's successful, the page will take us there. If it's failed, the page will take us there with a message. Okay, so it will be like this. Let's save and try to insert our first record into the database like this. So let's try to refresh the page. After refreshing the page, let's try to add our first class into our database. So we can say code 001. Here will be class 1, right? Then let's click the insert button like this, but it's not coming. I think I don't save this class action. Now it's saved. Let's go back here. Let's try to refresh the page. Compose view class action. Let's check what's wrong with this thing. Class submit, here is it, and this one is the header location. Add no, yeah, add class.php, add class.php. So class action, we are still in class action. Okay, we're inside table class code class name like this, and this class, and this one is the, let's save this one. It was not saved before, so let's try to refresh. Let's go back inside here. Let's try to refresh our page and see. Okay, let's check inside our database whether our records are inserted or not. Okay, it's not inserted. So now let's try to add the office record. So let's click this. Okay, here is the code 001, and here is the class 1. Then let's hit this. Okay, oops, you see undefined variable db, let's check whether what's wrong, because we missed to import our connection string into our this page. So now let's include our connections in here. Include like this, we need to do this, and we say dot/database database.php like this, and save. Then let's go back to the page and try to refresh the page and see whether we have a connection or not. Let's go back and try to refresh it back. Okay, our page is refreshed. Let's go to the database once more and check whether we have our data or not. Okay, it's not coming. So now let's try to add a new one now here. Class 001, class 1. Let's hit save admin. Okay, save class. You see we have our class is inserted now. Class 001 is inserted and class 1 is inserted like this. So if you go to the database, let's try to reload the database and check. You see we have the ID 1, class code 001, and the class name is class 1. So we can add as much as we want. Like you can say class 002, and it will be class 2 like this. So we can add save, then it will be class, you see, and we can add one more like class 003, and this will be class 3 like this, and we can save. You see now we have our 3 records in our table here. So now what I want if I click this edit or I click this delete, I want this thing to edit or it to delete. So let's work on the edit first, after we can work on the delete, right? So let's go back to the code. Inside add class, let me remove this add admin here. Then we just work on these 2 pages, add class and class action. Inside the add class, let's find the edit model. The edit model will be down here, add admin. So you say add class model, right? So after this model, we have here is the edit model, right? So let me copy this and I comment it so that we can able to understand it. Edit class model like this, right? Not here is the edit class model. This one is the okay, delete class model. Okay, here is the edit class model. It will be like this, edit class model, and inside this model, right? Let's open the model, and inside here we have add admin, right? So let's remove this. We make it edit class class model like this, and this first name, let's make it a class code because we need only two. Class code, and the ID will be class underscore code like this, and the name also will be class underscore code. And this placeholder, we don't need it. Let's remove this placeholder. And this one also, the class name also will be class name, and the ID will be class name, class underscore name, and the name will be class underscore name as well. We don't need this placeholder. Let's remove it. It's not required. And now and the rest are not required. Let's remove all of them here. Let's hit delete, remove them like this. Okay, so here update admin, let's change the name to update class. Okay, and the button name also is update admin. Let's make it update class like this. So okay, now we have our two, and now we need a value inside here. So the values will be value equals to like this, and we open a PHP tag, close PHP tag, and open it again, close it like this. So let's echo the value here, value row like this, will be like this. So we need class underscore code. So let's copy this value and paste the class name, copy, we come to a class name, paste it here, paste, right? So let's change this to class name like this. So we have this thing now. So but what we want, we need to fetch our data by a JavaScript. So our JavaScript is under our footer, then our footer is inside our model here. Let's open the model. The footer is here. Let's go to the footer. In here we need to do something else here. Let's copy this because we try to edit our class here, and let's copy this whole code here, because if we copy it, our time will not waste. But if you want to write it, only the same code, but I want to copy it so that I can make the videos as fast as you guys want it, and it will be simple for you to understand. Then here I will come and paste it down here after the delete admin, paste it here, and I will change this. I will make it class edit. Okay, so now here we need something like this. Model edit is okay. So is the name of the model. Let's go back to the add class. The name of the model is model edit. You see, the ID is model edit, and in footer we have here model edit as well. So, and in the table as well, the table here, in this table, where's the table? The table as well, the edit button, the edit button ID is model edit as well, right? So the ID of the edit button is edit button. Then the footer, we have edit button here of the ID of the button. If you click the button, then what we need, if we click this edit, now we need to show a model to pop up to show all our records that we have in this row in this field like this. If I click this, I want this class to show here like this, right? So let's close this and let's go back to the code, and here you see we have this, and we do our code fetch equals to this dot closet to fetch from the table so that we can have the child inside our input folder, right? So now let's remove this, we don't need it. Okay, we just require only three. The edit ID, is here. Let's go to the edit. There's the edit. Here is the edit ID. The ID is hidden. Where is it? Here, you see, input type hidden, and the name is ID. So we fetch this ID with the help of the JavaScript, so that we can able to fetch all the records that belong to each ID, right? So here are the stuff. So now let's save this and go back to the project, and let's try to refresh this page. So we refresh the page now. Let's try to edit. Click this edit button so that we can have this row number 1, code 001 and class 1. Let's check whether we will have it or not. You see, we having them, but we having some error. We don't remove this thing, and we need to remove them. So let's go back to the code. Let's go to the add class and edit here. Okay. I think we delete this one. Okay, I think let's change this model to be model class edit, yeah, because something is coming up. You can say model class edit like this. So I change the ID of the model. So let's go to the footer, and inside here the ID is here. Then let's do like this, model class here, model class edit, and let's go to the table button here, model class edit. So it will be like this, model class edit. Save, go back here. Let's try to refresh the page and try to edit this first column. Edit. You see, we having this, but we are not having the values, right? We are not having the values. So let's go and find the values there. Let's go to the footer. Footer is here, and this edit ID okay, this model is showing up. The edit button is clicking and is showing up. And let's go back to the add class. Let me change this into edit button class underscore class, because something is coming up with this, I don't know. So let's change this into edit like this, edit button class ID. So let's try to refresh this page and see whether if we click we will able to fetch our data or not. Like this, still we are not fetching our data. You see, it's not coming. It's not coming. Okay. So what was the problem here? Edit ID, right? This edit ID, let's make it edit class ID, edit class underscore ID like this. Make it boom. Let's go to the add class. Let's go to the edit model. Let's find the input hidden ID. Where is the input hidden ID? Where is the input hidden ID? This one is the default. input in ID is here. We have this ID and the name. Let's change it to be like this. Let's save and let's go to our page, refresh, try to check whether we're able to fetch the data or not. Check, not coming. Let's check our table. Let's go to our table and check it. Table is here, and let's check this thing. Okay, we have this class code, class name. Oops, sorry, I have error because I don't change these things. That's why. Sorry, because I didn't change this class code, and this one should be class name. Forget about that. I'm sorry guys, I'm really sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me today. So let's try to refresh and click the edit button and see whether we will fetch our data inside here or not. You see we have our data here now. We have our first data like this, and if I do with this one as well, we will have our data here as well. So now what we need if we click the edit button and we have the data, so we can able to edit the data and update it. So for example, if I want this ID to be 003, I can able to update it with this class one. So if I click update, it will update the ID. Okay, it will update this code. And if I check this one as well, like class, and if I click it, it will update both of them. So how to do that? Let's go to the code and try to achieve that one here. Okay, here is the code. Let's go to the class action, but before class action, let's go to add class, and let's change this form action to class action. Right, where is it? This edit form action. If edit form action is admin edit, so we will change it to class underscore action .php. Okay, now we have this, and okay, so inside our class action, let's get down here. Let's write just like the same code with if set condition. If is set like this, $_ post like this, and we give the class update underscore class like this. So and we close this like this, and we open this thing. So inside the if condition here, we can able to do things like this. Sorry, I don't close this one. Inside the if condition here, now we can able to create a variable called variable ID, and assign it to $_ post, the post with the ID, with the edit underscore class underscore ID, this ID that we give here, right? This ID, right? We choose this ID so that we can able to fetch the stuff and able to edit, update according to ID, right? So here is it. So I will do like this, paste this one inside here. So let's close this and say let's create another variable called SQL and assign it with this thing, and we can say update class table, class underscore table, set class underscore code equals to like this, and we give the post with this, and we make it like class code. The name of the column should be class code and class name. Class code, and here we say class name equals to like this, and we say $_post like this. We say class underscore name. We close it. So we have, and now let's do the where condition. Where id equals to this variable, this id variable here, right? Let's copy it and paste it here inside, because we assign this thing with the id that we are taking the ids from the footer JavaScript, right? So you can make it like this. And now let's copy this, because I don't want to waste time. Copy, I'll come down here, paste it here, and as we have class updated successfully, class data updated successfully. You can say class data updated successfully, class data not updated successfully, like this. So let's save, and let's go and run this thing and see whether we are able to edit our page data or not. So let's try to reload our page. After reloading our page, let's click this edit class 1, and let's make it 0019 and class 19 as well. So let's click this update class and see error in line 20. Okay, function name must be a string, so which means we have error in the class action in line 20. So let's go back. Where is it? It should be string. Okay, there should be string. Where is it? So let's save and try to go back and refresh this thing. We try refresh and unaccepted, accepted like this. Whatever, like 1920 in class action 20. So it means this thing is having error. Where is the error? Where the error is coming from? We don't know. Let's check. Say set class update class. There will set class code equals to this code, and like this. Let's do this thing like this and check if we're able to do this thing like this or not. Let's save. Try to refresh and see. Okay. Function name must be a string in like this. What the heck is going on? Okay, let me check. Let's go here and check my adminLTE. Like this. Okay, sorry. I think here is it. Let's check this error. Here is the error, and we don't have any error anymore. I think okay, everything is working fine. Let's save this. Save. Go back here and try to reload this and see what was the error. White space error. Where is white space in where in the 22? We have white space in somewhere else, right? Insert here, we don't need this. So this needs to be string. Where AB equals to height like this. Class name equals to this. And this one equals to this. Update SQL like this. So let's save and check this thing. Say work on a function must be string as 0. Okay, let's go back. Try to fresh it. Try to edit this one. Make it 001. Okay. Whoa, why am I having this error? Edit. If we set $_ like this, and we do SQL update class table set class code blah 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 like this, and that's what we do here as well. Copy this, come here, and paste it here. And we don't need this. We don't need this. MySQL code, and this one will be for name. The email, you don't need it. You can need this like this. Let's try to save. Try to do this. Class table. MySQL code. Question. Let's save this. Let's go back and refresh. Let's click this and edit this. Why we have an error in the action view class PHP stack intro on campus class action PHP on line 20? What the fuck is going on? Line 20. Oops. Yeah, I made a mistake. It should be. Oh my god. Guys, I'm sorry, man. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I found a mistake. The mistake was here. This post. I just open brackets. That's the problem. So let's try to close this thing like this, try to save, go back our page and go back and try to refresh our page, try to update our data and see. Okay, here is it. So let's try to update this first data like this. You can say 019, and here you can say class 19 and update. You see, class is not updating, right? Class code equals to class code. This class table. SQL. So let's go back and refresh. After refreshing, let's try to edit this one. This we make it 019, and this one we say class 19. Let's update class. You see, we have 019 and we have class 19 here. So we can able to update the other ones as well. So let's change this thing back to class 001, and we can say class 1 like this, or I can even say class 1 like this. So update. You see, we are updating successfully. So now the last one is this function, the delete function. So now we are able to delete this. If I click this delete function, it will ask me whether I want to delete this thing or not. So how to do that? Let's go to the code. Now let's go to the add class. Inside add class, let's find for the model delete model. Here is the delete model. So here we have the code here. Are you sure you want to delete this thing? Yes or no? So we have it here, and this thing is cool. So now what we need, we need to go to the footer, and inside the footer, let's copy this admin delete, because the codes are the same. So we just need some changes here. Then inside here, let's come down here and paste it down here, paste. And what we need to change is just need to, everything is okay here now. We don't need to change anything with this code. Just change this thing to class delete like this. So let's save. After saving, let's go to the page here. Let's try to refresh. After refreshing, then let's try to click this and see the delete button. Okay, you see we have the delete delete admin model. No, we will remove this thing later. So he asked me, are you sure you want to delete this? If I click this yet and I want to delete this row, if I click the cancel, I want to cancel the deletion. Right? So let's go back to the add admin here, and here we have delete class model like this, and let's work on this name, this delete name. Delete admin is delete class, and the name is delete admin, so we say delete class, and we need to call this name inside our class action. And but before we go, let's change the form name. The form name will be something like this. The form action will be class action, class underscore action. so when we click this this button, it will take us to the class action to fetch our data and delete it. So let's go to the class action. Under here I will make another if set stuff here. If is set like this, if is set, right, open $_ post like this, and we need to do this. So come down, we need to do this. So inside here I will paste this thing there, that name that I took from this button, right, this button name. Then I will paste it inside here, inside the post. Then inside the if condition, then we need this inside here again. Let's copy it and paste it so that we can save time. Here what we want, let's change this thing to, let's go here and check the ID of the deletion is here, is delete ID, right? So let's copy this delete ID, go to the class action, let's change this thing to delete ID. So after that, let's create a variable SQL and assign it with the query that we are going to do, delete from the table name class underscore table like this, where ID equals to this ID. So we need to take this ID and copy, paste it inside here. Boom. So we are done with this one. So now let's copy this. If db query is equals to SQL query, so let's show this message, the data is inside it or not, like this. So let's get down here, let's paste this in here, class data deleted successfully, and this one, let's go back to the class here, and this class data not deleted successfully. So let's save. After saving, let's go to the page. Let's try to refresh, Control R, or you can click this thing to refresh it. And now let's try to remove this start class here. So let's click this delete button. Now he asks me whether I want to delete this or not. If I say yes, I want to delete it, then this one will be deleted. So just look at this start row here, click delete. Boom, you see our start row is deleted already, you see. So if I want to delete this second row as well, I can say click delete, like click yes, I want to delete this. Boom, it will delete, you see. Then I can able to edit this one to class 1, edit, boom, is edited. I can able to add here, you can add it here, we say 002 like this, class 2 like this. Let's add this new record. Boom, our records are adding, you see. So now here we can able to add, we can able to edit, and we can able to delete. So our this part 5, we achieve these goals here. Our next part we will try to do some other functionalities. So stay tuned, keep watching. If you have any doubt or anything about the code, just give your comment on the comment section here. I'll be there for you. Thank you so much. Allah bless you.